Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Exciting news today guys. The biggest show, motorcycle show in the world is in full swing in Milan. And I'm here to comment especially on two models that really caught my interest. It's a great time to be a motorcycle, either a beginner or an advanced rider who wants maybe an upgrade or a downgrade. Either way, it's a great time to be alive and to be motorcyclist. And let's discuss firstly about those two models that really caught my attention. So stay with me. The two models that really sparked an interest in me and in many riders around the world are the two models from BMW and KTM. And I'm speaking about the BMW 450 GS and the KTM 390 Adventure, which is finally out. Now today we're gonna discuss about the KTM 390 simply because BMW is just a prototype. We don't know much about it yet, and we feel that the KTM 390 is much closer to production, to serial production, and coming closer next year on the markets and available to be purchased. So let's get on to it. I have my notes here, and yeah, really let's get on to it because I'm so excited. So in my opinion, the new 2025 model of 390, it's very nice. It's keeping the same style of KTM motorcycles, the same rally look that KTM has gotten used to it. It has the new fairing and the new headlight as in the bigger models, and in my opinion, overall, it looks like a really complete package and a really nice motorcycle. Now, you know very well that I'm pretty much a KTM fanboy. During the years, I had a lot of KTM models. I had the 450 EXC, I had the 450 SX, I had the 990, and I have now the KTM 890 Adventure R. And of course, maybe or maybe not, it's time to upgrade, we will see. But I'm really excited about this because it has some interesting modifications towards the needs that I have in regards to an adventure bike. So let's continue. Now, the front light, as we discussed before, the front light has the same front light from the bigger sisters, especially the biggest one, the 1390. And in my opinion, it's a cool looking front light with LED headlight and with daylight running all the time. It has that vertical disposition of the high beam and the low beam, and in my opinion, it's a revolutionary looking bike that no one adopted, no one has, at least from the classical manufacturers. KTM is the first one who introduced us to that Mantis headlight, and now it's continuing with this new modern updated one, which is full LED. Now let's continue down with the suspension, and this model displayed at the EICMA show is WP Pro suspension that KTM is been working with for many years. I don't know if the serial production model will have this WP Pro model of suspension, but it has all those good components inside that really make KTM special. And if you take a look right under the headlight, there is the auxiliary light, which in my opinion are situated really cool and hidden from exterior mechanical factors, possibilities to be broken. And I don't know either if they will come standard or not, but really they look absolutely fantastic. And then we have the mudguard, the high fender, which is a little bit of an horizontal high fender without the enduro incline, and in my opinion it looks fantastic, and it really shows the motorcycle it's geared towards really very nice and aggressive off-road. And speaking about that, the orientation is also given by the 21-inch front wheel, which we have now finally for the 390 Adventure model, and the suspension has 230 millimeters of travel, which is fantastic. If we go down below, we can see the front disc brake is protected by a plastic cover which indicates and invites us to ride more and more aggressively, knowing that we have the protection on the disc. Now the shock absorber has 230 millimeters of travel as well. It is adjustable just like the front forks, and really guys, it's not quite something out of the ordinary, because KTM have always had this type of great suspension which separated them from the rest of the manufacturers, in fact, and this one is no exception either. So 230 millimeters of travel with a WP suspension, adjustable for the rear wheel. The dimension of the front wheel is 21 inch, and we have on the back an 18 inch displacement. This model, which is an EICMA in the show right now, it has no tubeless tires. We don't know if maybe later or part of their accessory list you could order one wheel or both of the wheels with tubeless tires. But this one displayed, it has tubed tires, and yeah, in my opinion, they look fantastic on the motorcycle, and they bring all that classical and tried and tested disposition of 21 and 18 in the rear, 21 in the front and 18 in the wheel for really nice aggressive off-road. Now if we take a look from the upper part of the motorcycle, we see a very slimmed down seat, and you know, it's a rally style seat, it's one piece seat, it looks fantastic, a little bit narrower towards the fuel tank. That means you will be able to maybe step better on the ground, and two, be able to move really freely during those you know, really hard off-road sections. And to me, this seat looks very nice. We don't know anything for the moment about the comfort, but it looks really nice, and it complements all the lines of the motorcycle. And you can see it's right in the same line with all the plastic protection and the plastic fairings. And to my opinion, this looks really good. Now to speak a little bit about the tech, it has that new TFT display, and this motorcycle is ride-by-wire. Go figure, a small little 390 is ride-by-wire, and they have traction control, it has the ABS that you can turn off on the rear wheel, and it has 3 riding modes. Guys, it's perfect. It's just like a very simple modern motorcycle which includes technology. You have rain, you have road, you have off-road. That's it. It is very nice. I don't know if you can go in and tweak all these mods, off-road with the throttle control and everything, but as a base for this motorcycle we have 3 ride modes and ride-by-wire, and really it is up to those specs that we are used to see now in 2024. So I'm really happy to see that this model adopted this technology as well. And because it has ride-by-wire, this new motorcycle has cruise control, guys. Cruise control for the little 390 Adventure R. It is unbelievable, because this gives us the idea that the designers had in mind when they designed this motorcycle. That means to be an adventure traveler bike. For those long rides on the highway, you can use the cruise control to rest your hand and to really enjoy the scenery. And really, this one is the option that differentiates this model from the other model from this segment, and I'm really happy to see it on the little 390. On the connectivity side, you will be able to connect with the motorcycle via Bluetooth, but also you will have the possibility to connect an USB-C, because there is an USB-C port right on that really nice rally tower. And in my opinion, it's really modern, it's up to date with the other motorcycles from this segment and from the other segments. So having an USB-C port right into the tower. It's, in my opinion, a good move from KTM. All the other tech, we have a quick shifter, we have the traction control, the ABS mod that you can play with, and as I'm seeing this image, and we have their throttle response, that gives me the indication that actually you are able to go inside each and every ride mode and tweak a little, at least the response of the engine in relation with the rider input. And really, this is really nice and exciting for such a small motorcycle, and I really like it. Now at this point we don't have too many information about the tank capacity, but a KTM official, I caught the interview where the KTM official said that it will have a longer capacity or a bigger capacity than the Duke. Now, if we go online and search, we see that the Duke has 15 liters, right? So let's assume that this motorcycle will have, with, I don't know, 3 liters more, that's like 18 liters. With a consumption of 4.5 liter per 100 kilometers, this tank could potentially give us a range of 400 kilometers, which is really, guys, in my opinion, absolutely fantastic. I've never had the need to go more than 400 kilometers between the stops traveling in Europe and in Romania. And we will have all this information in relation to the price, in relation to the availability more, I think at the beginning of the next year, or at least in the first quarter of 2025. But for the moment, let's say the sneak peek that we had was that this motorcycle will have a longer range than the Duke. Now, maybe it has a better consumption, but I don't think so, because we are speaking about the same engine, LC4C, as in the Duke. It is a tried and tested engine with very good reliability, and all the people and the owners presented this type of engine with very little mechanical problems, which the big sister, the 790 and 890, unfortunately they do have. This small gem of an engine, LC4C, it's been around for a long time and it has a great history, and reliability wise I think this will be a perfect engine. I think it is produced by Bajaj in India, and it will complement the motorcycle very nice. I hope that in 2025 we will see this model with a price range right there with the current 390 Adventure, or a little bit, let's say, more. I would be very happy if I could buy this motorcycle with 7,500 euros or even 8,000 euros right out the gate. So we just have to wait and see. But really, guys, I'm so excited for this model. And I think KTM nailed it here with the complete package that they have. You know, the engine, the suspension, which is fully adjustable front and back, the rear display, the wheel displacement 21-18 inches, the fact that it has the riding modes, the cruise control, the traction control, cornering ABS, guys, cornering ABS for a little motorcycle as this one, as the 390 Adventure. And really, overall, it's a very nice looking motorcycles for those guys who just want to get into adventure world, or for guys perhaps like me with a lot of kilometers under our belts, but we just want a different motorcycle, we want to upgrade, and why not maybe to get rid of that weight and to really have the possibility to explore more, having in mind that you are riding an easier motorcycle. We had online a lot of discussion about this exhaust now that is down below this, the motorcycle and next to the swing arm. Some people were concerned that maybe when you're doing water crossing, this will be submerged and thus drowning the engine. I think, in my opinion, it is not the case. I think that the KTM engineers and riders have tested this type of exhaust properly, and Because of the routing of the pipes, it is very hard to bring water up gravitational and into the engine, as long as you keep your motorcycle or the water level that you're crossing above the air intake. So no problem for me, you know, it's just a hate it or love it situation, and in my opinion this is a great looking exhaust. At least it clears the tail section area of the bike. Now in the back we have a really nice tail light. It's a slim one. It looks like that somebody just already ordered a tail tidy, because in my opinion it's really tight and connected and in flow with the motorcycle. We have full LED, the blinkers and the stop sign, and really it looks really slim and nice, and it gives this motorcycle the nimbleness that we all see when we look at it from the front. The motorcycle sits on a completely new frame. Is the steel trellis frame that KTM already has on other models. And in the back, if we take a look, we see a subframe, an aluminum subframe. I don't know, and nobody was able to determine that if it is a bolt-on or a welded subframe, but knowing KTM, maybe it is a bolt-on subframe. It is an aluminum one, again having in mind weight reduction. And if we are on this side of the motorcycle, we can see the reservoir for the coolant, the engine coolant, because it is a water-cooled engine. And finally now we have a reservoir which is accessible and really easy to read, because on the KTM N90 and the 790 it's a pain to reach it, to feel it, or to read it. And finally now we have a really nice and accessible one. So guys, this is the brand new 390 Adventure R from KTM that we will see in the first quarter of 2025. For me it is just an exciting moment, because I'm really thinking about switching. I don't know, we will see. But this opens up a whole new type of riders that will really want to ride off-road, and in my opinion we should be sticking right next to the traditional manufacturers like KTM, like BMW, like Honda and Suzuki. And speaking about them, the only ones are KTM, BMW and the Suzuki, which came into this segment of small displacement adventure or dual sport bikes. Really, Kawasaki, I don't know, I haven't seen anything yet, or Honda, nothing. There is no modification on the Honda lineup, especially for the 300L Rally or 300L, except for some minor modifications, mostly aesthetically. Either way, it's a great time to be alive. You have a multitude of choices when it comes to adventure riding and adventure touring. Thank you so much for watching, and see you at the next one. Ciao.